welcome everyone to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles offense takes the field for the first time today. The Sunshine State is so rich in talent. The players have known each other in many cases for a long time, and that brings the intensity to a fever pitch.
And they do not like each other, Reese. 3 of the 4 years that I was a part of this rivalry game, there were bench clearing.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that could really make the quarterback's life difficult. You've got to put pressure on the quarterback. You've got to affect him. Really nice job on this play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Noles want to pick up the tempo. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Using his legs, it's Keene. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Finds his tight end. The ball's free. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
So that penalty will give this offense a little boost. Here comes 2nd and 10. Feeling some heat. He's got his man. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the first down marker. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Seminoles line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on it.
Taking a shot on the first play. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. And stampeding through the defense. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. The give to the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, going up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. It is perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Going up top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up. Last time these two got together, Florida got to rub a little salt in the wound as they blew out the Noles.
Well, that was a statement win by the Gators, and I think that win really helped push a bunch of high school prospects that might have been considering both the Seminoles and Gators to Gainesville. That game had a huge impact this offseason for the Gators.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Blake.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for third and long from the 43. Quarterback gets the first down and more. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. And the Seminoles in the hurry up.
And on third down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job going, getting the first down. A new set of downs for this offense.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking to throw on third. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, when you call the wheel route, you need to have the right matchup, and that time they did. It was the linebacker on the running back, one-on-one. He uses his speed, beat him to the outside, and that's about as easy as it can get.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner goes down. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with a pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. This should be the last play of the quarter. On the ground, it's Keene. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality. That
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to run it. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down. The Seminoles will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this week.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Quarterback moving. The short hands, it's Silva. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And the Gators get it past the sticks.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line, and I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game.
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
And the defense gets a huge play. I'll tell you, they've been wreaking havoc in this one so far. They've got so many athletes up front on this defensive line. It kind of reminds me about the defenses I used to go against in practice back in the late 90s. Guys like Javon Curse coming off the edge. The freak. It was a nightmare. So hard for our guys to block. We felt like game day was easier than what we faced in practice. And I tell you, this D-line by the Gators, what they got this year, they are special.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all 3 phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. 2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Finds the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Trying to get to him. He's got him in the flat.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Floating away. Took a shot as he threw. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. who knows what they're going to do.
He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
It's caught downfield, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator! We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, gentlemen. Seldom do the rational turn irrational the way they do when these two teams and fan bases get together in the Sunshine Showdown. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Florida State and Florida plays out.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Throws for the tight end. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense...
Oh, ball's out! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
And it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Open space at the 25. Touchdown Seminoles. They take the lead with the 6. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Old Dominion is going to enjoy the trip back to Norfolk after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there in Ballard Stadium, and suddenly it's quite the resume. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. He's looking to throw. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do, they know they're in field goal range, they can take the 3 points on the board.
Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Gators are on the move. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Tosses it incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Finds his big tight end. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run it left here. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Motion from the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. He'll pull it on the read. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down and run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Gators sending the offense back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you have to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. They'll try to get it through the air. Buys a little time. He's going to fire to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. He's going to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. And the defense able to corral him out of bounds and stop him at the 2.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes a connection. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. The Gators with the 1st and 10. Give to the running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this scrimmage.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, 3rd and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. But nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for those teammates.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Got room at the 35. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. With jet sweep pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Gators! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired. And
I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Wide out in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man! And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Big 1st down sack for the defense. Brings up 2nd down. Now the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the returner will be dragged down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Florida! And once he got loose, it was all over. They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you. A sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete. And he breaks into the open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
It's complete to the right. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick up the first through the air, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down. The Gators decide to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. Touchdown Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Snags it! And he'll go down, but he has enough for the 1st down. They've got time here to take a shot or 2, but they need to be smart. They're already in field goal range. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the... Touchdown Gators! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously, you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take Jesse that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up high point the football and win you this game?
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. A defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Looking to throw for it. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us.